folks, this is Vincent Adderley with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to try Death at the Dive Bar, an immersive murder mystery experience. This game supports one or more players, it's fully cooperative, ages 14 and up, and the average play time is 45 to 60 minutes. This game is part of the Hunt a Killer mystery series. The developers sent me this particular copy in order to check it out. It has a difficulty rating of easy. Now, I have to mention this game is extremely spoiler heavy. It's just a murder mystery out of the box. So if you do not want to be spoiled, do not watch any further. I do have an unboxing video out there that shows you everything that's in the game. So go check that out if you just want to learn what's in the box. But if you want to see stuff get spoiled and learn about possibly what's going on here, then just keep watching. Alright, I think we've covered everything there. Let's just dive into it. Based on what I know, we are going to be investigating the murder of someone named Nick Webster. According to this letter from Gray Investigations. Hello, investigator. I'm so glad you've joined Gray Investigations. I'm excited to be mentoring a new member of the investigating team, and I trust you're up to the challenge of solving this crime. Your client, Carmen, was struggling to get anyone to listen to her before she came to us. I don't know what the local authorities were thinking when they ruled Nick Webster's death an accident. As soon as I took a look, I knew she was onto something. There's no doubt in my mind Nick Webster was murdered. It's just a matter of figuring out who killed him. Carmen has already managed to identify 4 clear suspects, each of them more capable of committing the crime. As you're working this case, pay attention to your suspect's means, motive, and opportunity. Only a combination of all 3 will reveal the killer. When it comes to alibis, you should be able to collaborate everyone's whereabouts at the time of the murder. Anyone who can prove they weren't at the scene of the crime is probably in the clear. But it's not enough to simply exclude innocent suspects. To truly crack this case, you'll need to work out who the real criminal is and why they committed the crime. I'm enclosing all of the evidence Carmen sent. As you review her notes, remember, a good investigator never takes a suspect at their word. You should always be able to find information that confirms or contradicts someone's claims. Oh, and I should warn you, a little familiarity with code breaking often comes in handy in cases like this. Unsurprisingly, people with something to hide often use whatever methods they can to conceal their true intentions. I've had to familiarize myself with a lot of different varieties of cryptic communication over the years. I've left you with an example of one of the most common types of codes I've encountered to help you to get you up to speed. But don't forget, once you understand the principle, there are a lot of different ways to apply the theory. Alright, I think I've given you all the advice I can. You should have what you need to find the killer if you're able to interpret the evidence. Good luck, Michelle Gray, private investigator from Gray Investigations. So on the back of this letter, I guess, are the examples she was talking about. So shift 1, according to the rulebook that we looked at in the unboxing video, what you're going to do is you're going to shift the letters back by 1. So B becomes A, for example. In this first example, that would be W, WX. So, and then I, H, and then WH, is that an F? I'm guessing that's an F. So WHEN. So this would be win on the back of this. Now, these are just examples, but the word spells when because we're just one letter previous from X is W, and one letter previous from I is H, and so on. So this is shift 3, D becomes A, and then shift 8, I becomes A, and so on. So we may encounter puzzles like this as we're doing our thing. Okay, so I'm going to put that off to the side for now, and then this is the letter that Carmen included, and Dear Ms. Gray, I'm writing, and Ms. Gray was the person from the investigative company. So this is her letter to the investigations company. And this says, I'm writing because I think my boss was murdered. So what we know is Carmen was an employee of Nick Webster. I don't know if it's relevant, but we have a notepad off to the right should we care to write that down. I can't prove it on my own. I'm hoping someone at Gray Investigations can help me. Let me give you a little background. I learned everything I know about bartending from my boss, Nick Webster. He taught me how to pull a perfect pint and coached me on 86ing rowdy patrons. He even helped me rearrange my work schedule. Okay, so I could be home more when my sister was sick last year. Nick was the best. Old Scratch Tavern isn't much to look at, but it's one of those places that feels at home. That was all Nick. So Nick was the boss of Old Scratch Tavern, and by extension, Carmen here was an employee of that tavern. Okay. Is that something you want to write down, or do you think you got that memorized?
All right.
Okay.
I got it.
All right. I guess that's why it hit me so hard when Nick died in December. It was so sudden and so bizarre. The official story is that Nick was drunk and lost his footing, but too many strange things happened in the months leading up to his death for me to believe it was an accident. The thing is, Nick has been seeing the devil. For months, he'd been telling anyone who'd listen that there was someone or something lurking out in the woods behind the bar. At first, everyone assumed he was just exaggerating for the sake of a good story. Nick could spend the whole night in a corner booth spinning yarns and telling tales, but there was no way he could be making up the creepy notes he was getting, or the dead animals on the doorsteps, or the fires that kept flaring up near the building. He had no reason to, not when things were getting so dangerous. Someone was trying to scare him, maybe even scare him to death. He was obsessed with figuring out who was to blame. He'd stay in the bar's office for hours, poring over security camera footage and scribbling notes. On the night he died, I just closed up when he came out of the office and said he'd finally figured it out. Before he could explain, he saw someone outside and ran into the woods. My back was to the door, so I didn't see anyone. By the time I turned around, both Nick and the devil were gone, and all that was left was a small fire burning outside. After I put it out, I waited for Nick, but he never came back. I can't help wondering what he would have told me if he had the chance, and his death was ruled an accident. I went through all of his notes, and he had been keeping about the incident and locked deposit bag. I still haven't figured out how to open it. I even found proof that this person was real, finally caught him on camera, like Nick had been trying to do for months. I took the evidence I'd found to the sheriff, hoping it would change his mind, but he didn't care that Nick really was chasing after someone that night. The official determination is that Nick slipped and fell off the cliff, but the thing is, I went out to the place where he died, and I don't think the authorities even bothered to look any further than the spot they found Nick's body. There was caution tape down on the rocks, but nothing on top of the cliff. The ground near the ledge didn't look like it had been disturbed since Saturday night, and if the authorities had been there, there's no way they'd count out foul play. Somebody in a mask really was there that night, and whoever it was pushed Nick off that cliff. Mm-hmm. The sheriff may not believe me, but I must be making someone nervous by looking into Nick's death. I've started to get threatening letters, just like the ones Nick was getting before he died. Mm-hmm. I'd be lying if I said I'm not scared. But those threats also prove I'm onto something, don't you think? I know I'm close, but I've still got questions I can't answer. I'm sending you all the evidence I've collected in the hopes that you'll be able to do what I can't and bring my friend's killer to justice before it's too late. Sincerely, Carmen Rojas.
That's Carmen and Nick.
Yes.
Right here.
So what we gathered from that was Nick was the owner of this bar, of the Scratch Bar. And we know that Carmen here was an employee. Yep. Nick was receiving threatening letters and other things. He left information in this locked thing that we have to get a 3-digit code to open, which we don't have yet. Okay, so Old Scratch, and this is the article related to the accident thing. Old Scratch owner's death ruled an accident. A tragic end to a difficult year. The Perdition Sheriff's Office announced Monday that it has ruled the death of Old Scratch Tavern owner Nicholas Webster an accident. According to the Sheriff Paul McGinty, Webster fell to his death in the early hours of Saturday morning, likely minutes after leaving Old Scratch Tavern. All right, so Saturday morning is when I would say write down Saturday morning.
All right. Sorry.
We'll get there.
Yeah. Saturday morning.
Yeah.
What happened Saturday morning?
Oh my God.
I'm listening.
No, you're clearly not.
I am.
Webster fell to his death in the early hours of Saturday morning, likely minutes after leaving Old Scratch Tavern. It was dark, and unfortunately Nick just lost his footing, McGinty said at a press conference Monday morning. A neighbor discovered Webster's remains at the bottom of Devil's Well, a local waterfall, early Saturday morning. This is not the first misfortune to befall Webster and his tavern in the recent months. In July, Webster told his paper nothing valuable was stolen following a series of petty burglaries, but he said he was taking measures to ensure the incidents did not continue. Sheriff McGinty confirmed that no perpetrator was apprehended for the thefts. More recently, Webster had reported a series of small fires and other disturbances at the bar. Official records show that Webster called Perdition Emergency Services 10 times between September 1st and December 7th. Okay. What was the date of the death, though?
September 1st to when? The 10 times?
Yeah, so he called emergency services, Perdition Emergency Services, 10 times between September 1st and December 7th.
December 7th.
Right. So this newspaper is dated Tuesday, December 10th. Okay?
Okay.
So this news clipping is December 10th, which means that announced Monday, and this is what, Tuesday. So this must have happened on December 9th.
His death?
I would assume so. I mean, the newspaper article says December 10th, Tuesday, and it says here that the Perdition's office announced Monday that has ruled the death of Old Scratch. So my guess is that it was Monday morning, December 9th was when this took place.
But didn't it just say that he was found Saturday morning?
The
very beginning of the paragraph?
Okay, good. I'm looking. Oh no. Yeah, so wait. Oh, it announced Monday. I'm sorry. He announced it Monday, but it happened on Saturday.
Okay.
Okay, so that would be December 9th was Monday, December 8th was Sunday, December 7th then was Saturday.
So that was... Okay, so that was his last entry.
So he actually did, not only that, but it said that he called emergency services 10 times from September 1st and December 7th.
Yeah.
So he did call the emergency services of the morning that he was murdered, or when his death occurred on Saturday. Carmen Rojas, a bartender at Old Scratch, said Webster feared someone was out to get him, although she did not know who might have wanted to harm her employer. The circumstances of Webster's death led some Perdition residents, including Rojas, to speculate whether his fall might have been accidental. Sheriff McGinty was adamant that these claims were groundless. I'm sure my deputy would have discovered any signs of foul play. We're looking at someone who was a little worked up, who had a drink or two. It's tragic, but accidents happen. Mm-hmm. I will get to that in a minute.
I know. I'm just preparing.
Okay. I know you're excited to keep going, but let's take it one step at a time.
Yeah, go ahead.
She wants to solve every puzzle in front of her, and I'm trying to... I like a chronological order to things. She's just like, yeah, this looks good. And
That's how I solve my mysteries.
Wow,
Go
okay.
ahead.
All right, anyway. We work great together.
Yeah, I know.
It's tragic, but accidents happen. Webster's widow, Sherry, said in a statement, I have faith in the sheriff's office. I'm so grateful for their help. Nick was the love of my life, and I don't know what I would do without him.
She's one of the suspects.
Is she one? All right.
Yeah.
I would say Sherry is adamant, is grateful for the sheriff's office help.
Okay.
Whether or not they're in on it together, who knew? Ms. Webster did not address whether Old Scratch Tavern will reopen, but Perdition's residents will surely miss their favorite neighborhood barkeep. Carol Neubauer, a member of the Perdition Billiards Club, said, Old Scratch Pool's championship won't be the same without Nick cheering us on. Donna Goddard, a longtime patron of Webster's Bar, said, it's heartbreaking. Nick made the best old-fashioned in town, and I know I won't be the only person having one in his honor tonight.
She's another suspect.
Another suspect. Funeral services will be held at Sunday at 11 a.m. at Boggs Funeral Home, followed by a reception at Old Scratch Tavern. On the back, new developments for Devil's Well. This is the waterfall. A scenic waterfall just outside Perdition could be included in the sale of land if negotiations proceed. Monday's town council meeting turned contentious when a preliminary hearing about selling a parcel of municipal land ended in threats against the council members. The meeting, scheduled originally for 30 minutes, continued for over an hour when Joan Campbell stood up during the question and answer period. The tone of discussion quickly became tense. Campbell identified herself as the founder and sole member of the Save Devil's Well Foundation. So I would write down Campbell.
Devil's Well is the waterfall?
Yes, Devil's Well is. It says new developments for Devil's Well. I could have sworn I read about that somewhere, but there was a mention. There's a whole bunch of Devil's Well flyers here. I could have sworn there was a map somewhere.
A map?
Maybe I'm wrong. Wait. Maybe it's on the inside of this.
It could be.
Nope. Yeah. Devil's Well is here.
Oh, okay.
And Stone Circle. So Old Scratch Tavern was here, and Devil's Well was nearby.
And so the waterfall is this?
I believe so.
So that's where Nick was murdered.
Yes. So he kind of wandered toward Devil's Well there.
Okay, sorry, continue.
So Joan Campbell stood up during the question and answer period. The tone of discussion quickly became tense. She identified herself as the founder and sole member of the Save Devil's Well Foundation, an organization she claimed is devoted in protecting the wilderness around Devil's Well. So it sounds like there was talk of developing around this area, and she, Campbell, is one of those save the nature, preserve the land, kind of folk, and they do the protests. That's what it sounds like. Campbell accused the council of accepting bribes and claimed that Devil's Well is a sacred site that deserves official protection. She ended by threatening to come to the councilors' homes and do to you what you want to do to our environment. Security attempted to remove Campbell from the meeting, but she resisted, injuring a bystander in the process. No one was seriously hurt, said Councilman Dale Lynch, but none of us expected this to get so ugly. The proposed sale would include roughly 600 acres of land west of town, most of which is old-growth forest, as well as several residential and commercial properties. There's no word yet about the purpose of this sale, but Lynch stated that the council considers the deal advantageous. We think that this could greatly enrich our town. But of course, if everyone is against it, the deal will not go forward. Okay, so what we know is Sherry, C.H.
The girlfriend?
Well, no, not
Or
the girlfriend.
the wife?
No. Joan Campbell, I'm sorry.
Joan Campbell's not a suspect.
Not a suspect.
No. Donna Goddard, Sherry Webster.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no. Joan Campbell is a suspect.
All right, so what we know is Joan Campbell is the Save the Planet person who's trying to prevent the sale of what's going on. Sherry was just a local patron, correct? Based on what I was reading in
Her
this.
husband.
Yeah, correct. Sherry is the widow.
Yes, the widow.
Who was the
Carol? Donna Goddard.
Donna Goddard.
Patron.
The patron?
Yes. The
Patron.
The patron.
What about this Carol Newbar? Is she in there at all? Perdition Billiards Club?
No.
No, okay. So, what she's looking at...
The 4 suspects that...
that she included.
Yeah.
So, what we know about... There's Donna Goddard.
Lots of information.
Yeah, no criminal arrests. Alright, no, it's my favorite regular. Okay, so she's the patron, this Donna Goddard. Comes in 3 to 4 times a week, kills at karaoke, does great work with pool, tips well. Handled the sale of the bar when Nick bought it in 2005. Seller was Lou Laval. His father opened it in 1957. Very involved around town, women's choir, billiards club, Brown County hiking club. Last person to leave the bar the night Nick died. So she was the last patron out of the bar. Left maybe an hour before closing time, which is late for her. She seemed on edge, but when I asked if everything was okay, she shrugged it off. Left a note on her menu and a matchbox on the counter for Nick, but he never got the chance to see it.
Maybe that's the matchbox.
All right, so the matchbox here.
That's what I'm thinking. But there's nothing.
There's a phone number.
Oh, there is a phone number.
I would write this number down. 812. I would say Donna Goddard left this phone number. 812.
Well, why do we have to write it down?
Well, then we don't have to.
I mean, we can just leave it there.
As long as we know that this... I'm trying to remember that Donna gave...
I'll write that down.
Donna gave him a phone number.
Donna.
Also a note on the menu. This must be the menu. Oh, yeah. We need to talk.
Ooh.
And on the reverse side, she circled something. Wednesday,
Okay.
about land, Devil's Well, 11 p.m.
Okay.
So she wanted to talk to Nick on Wednesday about Devil's Well at 11 p.m. supposedly at the phone number. So she was trying to give him information.
I wonder what date, like... I guess there's no date for that, maybe.
What do you mean?
Because
It said
I'm looking at
Wednesday.
his notes as well. And these
Okay.
could have fallen under...
That would have been, well, December 7th was the night he died. So if we backtrack. Well, she said she left this the night of the murder. She was, if this was what day was this? Saturday?
December 7th was Saturday morning.
Saturday morning. That's when he died, correct? Mm-hmm. So she was intending to talk to him on Wednesday of the following week.
Of the following week after.
I would assume so. But she didn't. I mean, I'm assuming that she had information. Like, he died on Saturday.
So 4 days later, she would want to talk
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. She had asked him to talk to him. She had asked for him to call her at this number about... It says Wednesday about land, Devil's Well, 11 p.m.
Yeah.
So it sounds like she had planned to talk to him about something, but didn't think that he was going to get knocked off.
Yeah.
Whether or not she's covering her I don't know. But there would be no mention of that in there because he had never gotten this.
Yeah.
According to what's her face?
Miss
Carmen.
Carmen?
Carmen's the one that put all this evidence together, right?
Oh, okay.
She's her. She's the employee. Okay. Nick is on the left. Nick is on the left and she's on the right. Carmen's the one that put all this.
That's Carmen too, right?
Yes.
It looks like her, kind of.
It is. This is December at 3:30 a.m.
So he died shortly after that. Because look at the person on this. That's
a reflection of this.
No. Look, if you look closely, it's a mask.
Oh, yeah. It looked like, okay, I see that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, there's definitely something there. We should write down 3:33 a.m. Just, I don't know if it matters.
That's probably like the last
known
scene of him.
Before he left, probably.
Like, yeah.
Interesting. December 7th, 3:33 a.m.
He died probably like very shortly after.
Oh, I wonder if this is relevant. They have a height thing here.
Yeah, I was thinking of that.
It looks like possibly 6 feet.
Mm-hmm.
So whoever's wearing this mask is probably 6 feet tall or just under.
Let's see. Just under. Donna is 5'8".
Okay.
Joan Campbell's 5'6".
Mm.
Chris Thompson is 5'11", and Sherry Webster is 5'7". But then we also have to take into account the boots.
Yeah.
Right?
So, long story short, we could write down suspect possibly around 6 feet.
Yeah.
Would you agree with that? I mean, the camera angle is kind of like slanted, so it's difficult to really know if this is 6 feet or not, but it looks like it would be around 6 feet tall.
Okay.
The person in the mask was 6 feet tall. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I think.
All right. Something to keep in mind. Mm-hmm. Okay. So I'm going to put this off to the side and this off to the side. What else do we have? So these are the notes that he left.
Yes.
We'll look at these in a minute. To go from here, what else were we looking at? What was I reading before we kind of went off on a tangent?
The match. You were reading about Donna leaving
the
match.
These are the different suspects that we have. At the funeral reception, we talked about Old Scratch was like a second home. Then she said something really odd like, if only I'd been faster, maybe I could have made a difference. Before I could ask her what she meant, Nolan came over. And she started talking about a job opening. He was grateful for the lead. Okay, I'm just sort of skimming now. Went over her house, hoping I could talk her about the night Nick died. Said she'd be having a rough time that night. She was preoccupied with some work problems. Then I decided to go for a drive, try and clear my thoughts, but it only got worse from there. When I asked about the stuff she'd left at the bar, she got really anxious and said we shouldn't talk here, and hustled me out of the house in a hurry. Tried to call her, no answer. Called her office, and they said she left on a business trip, not sure when she's supposed to get back. So Donna Goddard, is she married? No criminal arrests, employment. Like, why couldn't she talk at the house?
Probably because she was bugged, maybe?
Maybe. Okay. She was 5'8", September 30th, 1980, date of birth. Silver, 2015 Lincoln Continental. Okay, let's check out these other suspects just to get a lead on these guys. Joan Campbell, she's the activist, right? Okay, female, 5'6", Joan Landau, a married name. Volkswagen Beetle, arrest for assault, charges dropped, assault for trespasses, one no contest divorce. Employment bee farmer, sells honey at local farmers. Her house is the nearest property to Old Scratch, not much else nearby. Eccentric, to put it mildly. On nights the bar is busy, she'll sit in a chair out by the roadside and curse people driving by. In not foul language, she genuinely believes she's putting hexes on people. She's been claiming some evil corporation from Indianapolis wants to sow the land near Devil's Well with poison or something. Sounds pretty out there to me, but I've heard stranger things, I guess. Then again, she's also been saying Nick got what he deserved, so who knows. Went over to her place hoping to ask her some questions, but she said she won't talk to interlopers from Old Scratch bent on destroying life. Then she threatened to shoot me if I didn't get off her property, so I left. I never understood why she hates the bar so much. Just that the bad blood goes back a long time. Wish I could ask Nick about it. There are a lot of things I wish we could talk about. Snuck onto her property when I know she'd be in town. Took a picture of something that looks promising, but I'm still waiting on the results from the Deviant Tracker Boot Tread database. Wish I could afford the pro version because light isn't impressing me. I could have sworn... Is that what this is? The Deviant? I could have sworn there was... I saw something. Is that what her... Up here?
Yeah, I think...
Deviant Tracker Light database. So apparently she took a picture of something, one of these three pictures, and is going to compare it somehow.
These boots match. No,
but
this boot matches this one. I'm pretty sure. I was looking at this one.
Well, earlier. Which one though? Like, which picture did she take on the property?
On the property?
This ends in a 2.
Yep.
I wonder, where does she live? 2 Country Road.
There you go.
66 Perdition, Indianapolis. I wonder if the 2 on this picture is the address for this property. So maybe this here.
This is a guy boot.
Well,
it looks like
there's so many pages though. How do you know?
It looks like the first one, but
result 01. Oh, so this is all 1. This is 2. Mm-hmm. So we have to find one that.
It has a slant in the middle. Like, look at the middle of the boot. In the bottom.
Yeah, but there's a zipper on the side. Is there a zipper on the side of this top one? See how there's a zipper on the sides of the boot?
I see. I was just looking at the bottom.
Well, yeah, I'm looking. Yeah, there's a zipper here. So we want to find one that has a zipper. There's no note on the back.
None of these, I think, have a zipper. I'm still inclined to say it was the first one, just because the patterns... Hold on. Oh, wait. Does it look like clovers to you in the bottom?
It's really hard to see, but yeah, they look like clovers. I wish the picture were lighter.
Yeah, me too.
But those zippers are like really like a giveaway.
There's no here. Look through these. I don't see any zippers.
Side, front, unisex, model number. That one is definitely not it. That one is not it. That one is not it. Because of the buckle. This one, possibly, but how tall is that?
Here. Sorry.
That looks similar.
That does. Well, let me see the bottom part.
Yeah, clover leaves.
There's 3 of them. This one looks like it has...
I'm inclined to believe it's this number 5. It's a woman's shoe.
1, 2, 3, 4.
There's 4 here.
Yeah,
and 3 on the bottom.
The 3 on the bottom are really hard to see.
That's what I mean. Like
I can see 2, but I don't see the 3rd one. But yeah, that could be it.
I would. Result number 5 is so far the best match I've seen. What that means, though. No, this is all wrong.
Yeah.
This is wrong. Look how tall.
Yeah.
Look at the.
Yeah.
Look
There's
at
no
this.
design aspect to.
Well, not only that, but like this is like short. This is like ankle, and
Mm-hmm.
that's like high up. I don't know what they call those.
Ankle boots.
This is also. These got belts. These got laces, orange laces, and a buckle. Now I think the closest match so far is that number 5. And we're back to 11. Okay, this is too tall, with laces, and these have like a pyramid bottom. No, not that. Not at all.
No.
Number 13. This is wrong. The ankle's wrong.
Yeah, it's like
this
a
is
straight
too
shot.
tall with fuzzy things on top. Yeah, honestly, number 5. I'm going to leave this on number 5 because this may mean something.
Well, what's the correlation between these pictures?
I'm sure that this says Toyota on the bottom. I wonder. Oh yeah, we were told what they drive too. She drives a blue 1975 Volkswagen Beetle.
Oh.
So here's what I'm gonna. So this is
Donna.
this is Donna, or no, this is Joan.
Joan. Okay.
Right. So we need to remember that this is Joan's boot. And who had the Toyota? Did we even get one yet? He's got a silver 2015 Lincoln Continental. Toyota Prius. And this is a silver Mercedes. So this Chris Thompson, who we have not seen yet.
Chris drives a Toyota.
And this is his boot here.
Okay.
Okay. So this is the Chris picture. So I would say, I mean, if we want to try and compare, it's definitely one of these orange shaded ones. These beige.
Yeah.
On the bottom are, it's.
There's a few of them actually.
Let me see.
Yeah, go ahead. 1, 2, 3. There's actually 3 of them.
Okay. It's difficult to tell, but this looks too tall. Yeah, and the bottom is wrong.
Okay.
So it's not this one.
It's not a diamond.
No. None of those. That is wrong.
It's not squiggly.
No, this looks more straight. It looks more like a horseshoe. So, what else we got? That's none of those. Not that I know. Not these. This is it.
Yeah, I would, yeah.
His is number 12. So I would write down Joan Campbell, boot 5.
Yep, that's what I did.
And Chris Thompson,
Number 12.
number 12,
Okay.
from the Deviant Tracker.
Okay.
Okay. So we're putting some things together. And this picture, I wonder if this is like scene of the crime kind of thing.
Maybe.
It's got a pattern that I don't... Oh. It has the same pattern as this. Look at that. So it looks like Chris Thompson's...
All right, we solved it.
We don't know if it was really him, but that... I'm just going to slide this under here because these boots match.
Okay.
All right. What do we know about Chris Thompson? Well, Chris Thompson, what does he do? He went to high school with my sister. She says he was popular. He's employed Deputy Perdition Sheriff's Office since 2006. He works for the police office.
Ooh, okay.
And since the police were so nonchalant about the thing, I bet you he had a hand in... I bet you he was working with somebody.
Okay.
Or whatever. Or just did it himself. So he went to talk to him at the sheriff's office on Tuesday. He confirmed that Nick's blood alcohol level wasn't off the charts. 0.06 is tipsy, but nothing impaired. When I pressed him for more info, he told me that the details aren't being made available to the public. Said Nick's death was tragic, but accidents just happen sometimes. Visited him at home. Seemed annoyed at first, but let me in. Probably didn't hurt that I bought pizza. Snooped around a bit while he was in the kitchen getting plates and stole an opened envelope that was at the bottom of a pile of mail on the table. Mostly talked about hobbies. He's in the hiking club. He'd been helping Sherry with some stuff around the house. Sherry is the widow?
Yep.
Okay. Just trying to be a friend in her time of need, he says. On my way out, I took a peek in his car and noticed something that might be useful. I bet you was the picture of that.
Okay.
However, he mentioned something about a letter, and Chris Thompson, here's the letter. Now, she was working on this prior, so...
No, fold it the other way.
All right, hold on. This is how it was. This is how it looked originally.
Yes.
Until she decided to solve it herself off camera.
I didn't solve it.
So we've got some words, half done words here on the side. I'm guessing we flip it over.
Yes.
And we get something like this.
You have to fill up the top part too.
Oh, okay. But it doesn't do anything.
It forms a bunch of words.
It doesn't.
Oh, never mind. So not the top part?
No, the top part has no words on it at all.
I thought it did.
Partition. So this says it's hard to unless I didn't fold this correctly, but I wonder if this is one of those puzzles that we have. The shift things.
Stuff. I think it is.
So it's really difficult to line these up. I wonder if they're not folded in just the right way. Yeah, I feel like I have to fold it in just...
Yeah.
Yeah, you can work on that.
Yay!
I failed art, okay?
No, it's fine.
All right. So getting back to Chris Thompson, ran into him at the Limestone Diner. He gave me a bunch of platitudes about moving on with your life, as if he had any idea what I'm going through. After he was done condescending to me, he went to pay his bill, left his pocket notebook sitting out on the table. Couldn't resist tearing out a page. Too bad I didn't get more. Okay, so some kind of... Here it is. Perdition Sheriff's Office, badge number 33, date December 7th. Okay, 7/29. Okay, this must have been... Okay, so this is the beginning of it. So at 1:34 of the night of the murder, or the morning of the murder, I should say, traffic stop, red Honda going 60 miles per hour. Okay. 3:12, report of suspicious person. 13 CR 66, no sign of unusual activity on arrival. Searched property, all in clear, after confirming building secure. I wonder if that was at 3:12. I wonder if that's when he called... Remember he called emergency services the night of the murder? Mm-hmm. I wonder if he was the one responding to that emergency request.
Yes.
3:12 matches almost. Well, this is 3:33 a.m. Why would he call it 3:12? I don't know. Anyway, we'll keep that in mind. 3:31 traffic stop. Silver Lincoln tail lights out. What is CR 66 and Eagleton Road? I wonder if that's like a route of some kind. What about that map? Is CR 66 on? I don't think so. No. All right. keep that in the back of my mind for right now. CR66 and Eagleton Road warning. So I wonder if that's like an interchange of some kind. 901, collision between blue Cadillac and black Lincoln. This must be in the morning. Oh, no. Whoa, is that 4? That's a 401. Collision between blue Cadillac and black Lincoln. Hawkins Road near the highway. No serious injuries. Booked Lincoln driver for DUI. 6:37, possible dead body called in Devil's Well. Confirmed no signs of life, called coroner, no ID, but able to confirm victim's identity, secured scene. So 6:37 is when they found his body, according to the notes here. But the newspaper article... it was dark. Sheriff's office announced Monday that it was ruled a death. An axe fell to his death in the early hours of Saturday morning. Okay, I guess that, yep. And 6:37 made. So I would write down that the sheriff, not the sheriff, but the deputy Chris Thompson found him supposedly 6:37 a.m.
Okay.
6:59 made initial search of area. No signs of struggle on riverbank. Fall from the ledge seems likely. 7:29 coroner arrived. Agree the fall is likely cause of death. He's been dead 3 to 4 hours. That would mean 3 to 4 hours from 7:29 would be roughly 2 to... That would be more like 3 to 4. So between 3:30 and 4:30 is when it happened. And here's 3:30 a.m.
Yeah.
So he died very shortly after this. He probably chased this person into the woods and then fell shortly thereafter. The coroner said he's been dead 3 to 4 hours. Went to 2CR66 to talk to neighbor who found body. Stated she was out for a walk shortly after 6 when she discovered the body on the rocks. So the neighbor found the body, beside the waterfall, then returned home to call police. Wait. So the neighbor made the report then.
So Chris did not find it.
No, possible dead body called in Devil's Well. Okay, so the neighbor is the one that called in to the police at 6:37 a.m. And then he went back to talk to the neighbor at 8:45 to, I guess, get more information out of this person.
Okay.
She was out for a walk shortly after 6. Yep, see?
These are the comments by people at 6:30 a.m.
Okay, we'll get to that.
Sorry.
When she discovered the body on the rocks besides the waterfall. So the neighbor discovered the body around 6.
Okay.
Shortly after 6. And it was called in at 6. Well, he reported at 6:37. So anywhere from 6 to 6:30, the neighbor found the body as she was supposedly out for a walk. All right.
That's what it says? She was out for a walk?
Yes. Yeah, it says, stated she was out for a walk shortly after 6 when she discovered the body on the rocks beside the waterfall, then returned home to call police, is what she's claiming.
Okay.
So I know you're reading something else over there.
No, it's related to like the time, because some people have went for a walk right here.
Okay.
So I'm thinking one of these people are the neighbors.
Maybe. Well, this fences paper that you're looking at is like a next door. You know, it's like those neighborhood pages that everyone talks, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to scene, search of water underway. Haven't found much so far besides some empty beer bottles. Probably just litter. Gave update to McGinty. He agrees with accident scenario. Coroner okayed removal of remains. Told Sherry. She took it about as I expected. Did my best to calm her down. Reassured her, foul play unlikely. Made sure she called her mother to calm down and stay. She's not alone at a time like this. So what we got out of this was that the neighbor called around 6 6:30 when she was out for her walk. And he responded. Okay. What else did we learn about Chris Thompson? He... Too bad, okay. Showed up at my house later that night, scared me half to death banging on the door. Accused me of theft, threatened to press charges. I know he won't. If he couldn't even figure out that Nick was murdered, there's no way he'll be able to prove anything. Because she stole his paper out of his book. And then lastly, the wife, Sherry Webster. Sherry Hauser, maiden name. Arrested for shoplifting, charges dropped. All right, Perdition Fitness Center. Okay. Okay, at the funeral, she kept telling me how highly her husband thought of me, how grateful she was I'd been there for him. Losing Nick had been hard on her. She and Nick were sort of an odd couple. She's so polished, and Nick at his best was kind of a mess. A lovable mess, but the kind of guy who buys a round of drinks for the whole bar, then forgets his wallet. She could be kind of hard on him sometimes, but missing anniversaries. He called her the love of his life. Courtney, who works the day shift at Old Scratch, loves Sherry's bear class at the fitness center. Sherry's kind of a perfectionist, but in a good way. She's accepted to study ballet at Indianapolis, but she was 14, but her scholarship fell through. She broke the news that she didn't have plans to reopen Old Scratch. I don't know how I could bear it, not when there's a memory of poor Nikki around every corner. Stopped by the Webster's house to drop off some condolence cards, told me she was staying at a friend's house the night Nick died. When I brought up the possibility of foul play, she absolutely refused to consider it. Nick has been behaving so strangely, seeing things that weren't there, drinking too much. I'm sure he didn't even realize what he was doing. She looked like she was about to start crying, so I didn't stay much longer after that. It doesn't not a whole lot of information on her. All right, so we've got information on these people. Okay. And then you handed me, this is Good Fences. This is like Nextdoor and other neighborhood websites. Carmichael Road, residents beware. If you live in Carmichael Road and want to sleep through the night, good luck. I didn't get a wink of sleep last night because my neighbor's inconsiderate hussy of a girlfriend shows up to his house all hours to be as disruptive as possible. I swear she's knocked over every single thing in his backyard, letting herself into his house. She turned on all the lights, which shine right into my bedroom windows. I don't know what possessed her to start playing music so late, but I assumed it was intended to annoy me personally. Thankfully, it stopped after a couple of hours, not before I was robbed of my beauty rest. This isn't the first time I've been inappropriately loud, or they have been inappropriately loud. They have the decency to be ashamed of themselves, but no, they are determined to make a mockery of law-abiding. Okay, so they're just bitching. 12/7, 6:32 a.m. Okay. Nancy Blanton. I wonder if she's the neighbor. I don't know. Helen said, so that's what all the noise was around 2:30 last night. Maybe try to get a sleep mask and earplugs. Why so judgmental? I agree they could be more considerate of their neighbors, but the heart wants what it wants. Who are you to cast a stone? What? This is at 7:09 a.m. So I have to wonder, did we get the name of the neighbor?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. We'll have to keep this in mind.
There's another one that's really detailed.
Okay, Mia Warner. Hey, I know it's last minute. Is anyone going to this banishing ceremony out by Devil's Well tonight? I've seen flyers for it around town, and it sounds cool, but also I don't want to get murdered or whatever. Anyone know who's organizing it and what their deal is? And this was at 12/6, which was the night before the murder. Because he was murdered at 12/7 around 3:34 or something like that.
Yeah, after the protest right here. Look, December 7th at moonset, 3:04 a.m.
Oh, interesting. So there was a protest around the same time as his murder.
So he was killed about a half hour later after that.
Any idea who's running it? But I couldn't hang out with a bunch of strangers in the woods at night. I can't make this ritual. I'm a coven meeting in Indianapolis. Update. So I wound up going myself, and it was total bonkers. I got there at 3 a.m. It was just me and this lady with a basket of weird herbs. I bet you that's, what's her face, the activist. Because she's the one doing all this stuff. I heard some crashing around in the underbrush, and I got worried she'd actually summoned something, but I guess it was just an animal or whatever. She hands me this shovel and tells me to start walking. I thought she was going to kill me for sure, but instead she picks up a dead fox off the side of the highway and carries it over to the old dive bar. She made me put the fox on the ground by their mailbox, and then she covered it with ashes from the fire and yelled for Vinegar Tom, and whatever that means. So, remember they were reporting fires?
Yeah, Nick writes about that too.
Yeah, so she's the one causing the fires. Mm-hmm. But I don't think she's the one in the mask that committed the murder.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe she didn't mention anything about a mask, this person. After that, she thanked me for helping support the cause and asked if I needed help getting back to my car. Anyway, I guess perdition has its very own witch, but at least I didn't die. So, Mia does not say anything about a devil's mask, right? So, I don't think she was the one wearing the devil's mask at 3:30. Because this was taken at 3:30 a.m. Mm-hmm. And according to this, 3 in the morning, we spent 30 or 40 minutes burning herbs and chanting. So they were in the woods at the time of that picture being taken, mm-hmm. right? So she has an alibi. This Mia Romer has an alibi for the crazy lady that's doing all the save the planet kind of thing. What else? That was it. How that ties in with this, or what was the noise around 2:30 last night? Something about Carmichael Road and you want to sleep. Something about a girlfriend. I wonder if this is an alibi for another person. Carmichael Road. Which one of them lives on Carmichael? What if this is Castaneda Road? This is Two Country Road, Carmichael Road, and so 131 Carmichael. So wait a minute, but he was out and about the night of the murder. So what the heck was he talking about? I mean, I don't think it was him, but if you live on Carmichael Road, it's the same road that the deputy lives on.
Where does Nick live?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think it was mentioned. Hussy of a girlfriend shows up at his house all hours to be as disruptive as possible. Nancy. And this was at 6:32 a.m. I don't know if this might be a red herring of some kind.
It could be.
So I'm just going to put this in the back of my mind for right now. But based on what I read on this other one, it sounds like that crazy lady has an alibi.
Yeah.
Because she was in the forest chanting at the time this picture was taken. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. So you had notes. Yes. And these are the notes from Nick wrote. And it starts from October 13th. Brock through back window. Nothing on cams. 2 fires in one night. Fire department thinks I'm crazy. I bet you that's the crazy lady doing that. Find out when Darling's anniversary present will be ready. Fire near parking lot. Cam 1 only raccoons. Broke cam on loading dock. Ordered replacement. I can see the devil in the woods. I'm just not fast enough to catch him. No footage. 3 fires in the woods tonight. Didn't bother to call the fire department. No signs of any cams. Just fires. Interesting. Biggest fire yet. It was a close one. I remember the pickup Darling's gift. I wonder if that has something to do with that. Because he keeps referencing this. Mm-hmm. Okay. Shadow by loading dock, 3:13 a.m. That was November. Don't be late for dinner. Don't want a repeat of last year. Note and mailbox. You'll burn for what you've done. Al on cam 2, 10:32 p.m. 9:15. Fire by loading dock. What's all these fires? Burned wall pretty bad, but no structural damage. Still no footage. Prints, though. The devils. So there's prints that looks like this. Mm-hmm. Possibly. Yeah. That's the same print as...
For that? This print?
Yeah. Doesn't that look similar?
Oh, yeah. Maybe.
No. Well, it's difficult to tell.
It has the horseshoe.
Yeah, it does. I mean, the horseshoe makes sense, and there's little dot. I don't know if these I mean, it looks similar.
Yeah.
So it sounds like he could be the one. The deputy could be the one. I'm looking at the deputy right now. November 23rd. What is she thinking? Why would she go behind my back like that? Okay. Another note. Are you ready to die? Something bad is coming. Got to be ready. November 27th. I found proof right there in the open. Can't make it out, but I know what it means and what I have to do. Fire in the woods. 4:14 a.m. November 27th. I found proof right there in the open. Is there anything November 27th? Is there anything like...
No, these are all in December.
Okay.
November 27th.
Warning. I wonder if this notice of warning, tail light out. I bet you...
Does it say anything
Oh, wait a minute. Lincoln. Remember the... Okay, away from this for a minute.
Yeah.
He notes in his log, traffic stop, silver Lincoln.
Yeah.
Tail lights out. 3:31 a.m. 3:31 a.m. Lincoln, Ford driver, silver. And I think one of them had that car. Silver Lincoln Continental.
Yeah.
So at 3:30, he pulled Donna Goddard over.
Yeah.
And issued a taillight out kind of thing. So, assault on parking enforcement personal. 629201. I don't think... I don't see a driver's license number in here. But it's close enough. 500 ml. Okay. Interesting. So, Donna Goddard was pulled over at 3:30.
Okay.
By him.
By Chris.
By Chris. With a taillight out.
Interesting. I'm looking at the other, vehicles.
Alright, getting back to this. C at Mother's. Thank God, dead raccoon in parking lot. C must be Sherry. December 1, fire was big this time. Almost didn't catch it. Not sure I'll be so lucky next time. December 3rd, Nolan and the Courtney witnessed for me. Put the papers somewhere safe. Nolan and Courtney witnessed for me. What papers? Put the papers somewhere safe. Maybe this?
Well, that's what I'm thinking. I mean, if you put it safe, it is kind of like a safe.
Note in mailbox, when you are cold in the ground, who will be sorry you are gone? These days, I'm not so sure. Still can't crack this code.
I bet you that's this code, maybe?
When you are cold in the ground, who... But that was a letter addressed to Chris, though.
Maybe he stole it. I don't know.
I still can't crack this code. Moved front door cam again. Maybe I'll finally catch the devil in the act if he doesn't get me first. The code repeats, I knew it. Maybe I finally catch the... Okay, so wait, it repeats. I'm not exactly sure what this all means, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's tough.
Not yet. Who will be sorry these days? I'm not so sure. Still can't crack. So, she's getting notes in the mailbox. Now, here's the thing. This 3-digit code is something that's near and dear to him.
The date you can't forget?
Yes, I just noticed that. We serve beer and ale. Month, year. Is that the date that they got married? Is there a note? Is there any information as to when she got married? I'm looking for like...
Let me see his notes real quick, sorry.
When did they get married? Maiden name is Cherry House.
Excuse me.
date of birth. I don't think they'd use the day that she was born. What about
Try it, anyways.
Well, yeah, but Mrs. Webster do not. I have faith in the sheriff's.
Oh, don't be late for dinner reservation tomorrow. Don't want a repeat of last year. I bet you it's November 13th.
Okay.
They had a reservation.
So that would be 11. Oh, it's year though. What's month year? MM/Y.
Yeah.
Why? But that doesn't make any sense because a year is 4 digits. Why is there only one Y? MMY.
Well, that's just like a foreign thing that us Americans don't.
I hope it's not the case. That would suck. MMY. Okay, so don't be late for dinner. Don't want a repeat of last year. 313. MMY.
MM would be the month, right?
Could be like 05 and then year, but like the which digit of the year? I don't get it. That doesn't make any sense. The date you can't forget. And there's don't want to repeat. So we can try 313, and then November 12th. Let's try 11. So at 11, we want to try 1-1. November 11 and then 2.
I guess.
No, that's not it. 313. What is that?
That's only
shadow.
Yeah, he saw the shadow. The date you can't forget. I feel. It also says find out when Darling's anniversary present will be ready, but I don't know if that has anything to do.
Well, he was prepping
for their anniversary.
For the anniversary present for November 12th. Tomorrow.
For the 13th.
13th. November 13th is their anniversary.
Yeah.
So November.
That would be like 1113.
Yeah. So I'm just I don't understand month, year, or
unless we serve Holt's beer and ale.
Is
there a menu? Maybe?
Well, what does that have to do with anything?
Maybe the pricing could be, I don't know. Because maybe it has nothing to do with the anniversary. Maybe
M and Y, it's like...
This.
11... MM/Y. Is that... maybe I'm missing something obvious. What about this? The Webster's since 2000. What is this all about? This is one thing we haven't used yet.
Yeah, I have to wonder if that's related to whatever's inside the thing.
Maybe. Since 2004.
Nick Webster, owner and operator since 2005.
Okay.
Maybe...
Let's put this here for the moment.
November 13th. We could try 115, because the month is November, right? And then the year is 2005. Maybe it's the last digit.
Try. So 115?
I doubt it, but it doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's throwing me off. MM/Y.
What's the date on... So it's November. What's Y?
My brain goes to year.
And what's the year of... This says 2004. what this menu says since 2005.
This is December 6th. It has 3 numbers.
Right, but I think it has something to do with their anniversary.
Yeah.
But what's the year they're talking about? This Y. What is that a year?
Maybe the year they got married. Where's the?
Is there a?
April 2nd, 1982 is Sherry's birthday.
Doesn't say anything about when they got married.
No.
The date you can't forget. I wonder if... Alright, so let's go back and see if there's any mention here. Let's find out anniversary present, camera, devil, fires, fire, pick up darling's gift, late for dinner tomorrow, don't want a repeat of last year. Fire by loading dock. You ready to die?
Can you see those 2 letters up there?
Yeah, these ones?
Yeah.
Is there, yeah, see if you can find anything about, like, I still think it has something to do, the code repeats, I knew it.
The code repeats. Is it the address 6 County Road 66? Because this also has County Road 66 on the map.
Maybe. Well, that's 6 County, oh, that's what that means. This is just the road, the county road. This is a date, I'm sure of it. I just don't know, I mean, I could just try, I mean, if we think it's 11, I can just cycle through all the numbers, but I was trying to figure it out without doing that.
Well, if we do cycle through it, then we can figure it out after.
I guess.
Can I see it real quick?
Yeah.
Try something. Okay.
Well, what are you looking for?
I was going to try 666, just because it's a code that repeats.
6.
That number.
I know. Nothing.
Okay, good. The date, maybe this one, 3:04 a.m.
No, it's the date you can't forget. 11. What's Y? What is Y? Is that year?
That's what my brain goes to, but if it's only 1 digit, it doesn't make sense.
Right. So maybe it's like the last digit of the year that they met or the date they got married. What was
It says she was 14 when she had a ballet dropout, right?
Yeah. November. All right, so there's November. Doc, no. Remember to pick up Darling's gift November 10th. Where did I see that date you can't forget? Don't be late for dinner reservation tomorrow. Don't want a repeat of last year. So November. So 13th. You'd think...
I wonder if it's the first digit. 2.
2 what?
That's the 2000s, right? So 132?
132?
Yeah, because their dinner reservation is on the 13th.
No, didn't work.
Damn.
I still think it's 1-1, but I don't understand. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, month would be 1-1.
Yeah, so I just don't understand the why.
Unless they got married in a different month. Oh, well, no, that doesn't make sense because the reservation is for tomorrow. I'm going to keep reading. Hold on.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking to see when they met. The love of his life. Yeah.
4? No.
Sherry Hauser.
The code repeats.
I have a feeling that's for something separate, to be honest with you.
The code repeats one?
Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't. It doesn't say here
when he got married.
When they got married.
Unless it says it like in a shoe size thing.
I can't imagine it would be any. I think the shoe is going to be more for incriminating or proving alibis.
Yeah.
Joan Campbell. Tenth year anniversary. November 1st, 2015.
That's when they got married?
No. This is the 10th year. This is a picture of Nick and Carmen celebrating their anniversary, or not anniversary, but
the year that they opened?
Possibly. And this says since 2004.
Anniversary of Old Scratch Tavern.
How much you want to bet?
Well, maybe that makes sense because right here it says Nick Webster, owner and operation since 2005. So yeah, that makes sense. 10 years later, they celebrate the anniversary.
Okay, so where do these Webster? What is this Webster since 2004? Did they buy it from the? Didn't I read somewhere that someone helped him? It was Donna that helped him buy the bar. Nick handled the sale of the bar when Nick bought it. Handled the sale of the bar when Nick bought it in 2005. Seller was Lou LaVale. His father opened it in 1957. Okay, but so he bought it in 2005. Mm-hmm. But that's November 2005. What does it have to do with a date? The date is either the date that he got the bar, or I would think it would be the anniversary. Honestly, I mean, but I wish this doesn't tell us when the anniversary is. Sherry Webster, maiden name. I feel like I'm missing something very obvious here.
Yeah.
Remember to pick up Darling's gift. I mean, I can just cycle through the numbers if you want. I was hoping to do it another way, but
yeah.
I still think it's November. I'll go 111.
Try 1111 because
it's only 3 digits.
111. Yeah, sorry.
No, not working. Nope. 3. I got it.
113.
114.
114.
I don't know why 4. What does 4 have to do with anything? Maybe since 2004?
Maybe.
I mean, November sounded right, but I don't know where the 4 came from. Maybe we were meant to guess the last digit because, like, November?
Of this?
I don't know. Well, we knew that their anniversary was in November. We just didn't know the date. Or the year, rather. I would like to know where this 4 came in. What's this 4Y mean?
The Websters. I wonder. No, I want to know.
Well, I can open this up. 114. All right. Well,
I have to wonder if it was this.
Maybe. I'm gonna just take everything out here. It's Velcro.
Nice way to play.
It's like.
Another code?
Well, no, I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. You check that. I want to make sure there's nothing else I missed. Ooh.
Is this supposed to be empty?
Well, I pulled this out.
You pulled that out. Okay.
I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything else. Okay. This is a letter addressed to Sherry Webster.
Okay.
407, yes. Dear Miss I apologize for reaching out to you directly. I understand you're a busy man. Oh, Mr. Webster. To Nick Webster from Tate P. Travert. I understand you're a busy man, but since I haven't heard back from your wife about our latest offer, I thought I'd try you instead. I can assure you are still highly motivated to acquire your property. So these developers were looking to acquire their property.
I see.
If there are any aspects of the offer which I can provide clarification, don't hesitate to ask. Tate Travert. Then he writes back, this must be like so this was November 23rd, November 8th. I appreciate the big decisions like this one take time. I hope to hear from you soon. So it looks like the wife and this Travert were talking for a while. Let's start from the beginning. Mr. Travert. So she initiated it. October 18th. Thank you for taking the time to speak with me this morning. My husband and I have been so troubled by what's happening at the bar, and honestly, it would be such a relief not to worry anymore. Running Old Scratch means so much to Nick, but these days I can't shake the feeling that something terrible will happen to him. As you can imagine, he's been preoccupied recently, so he asked me to handle the sale directly. I hope you understand. So it seems like she lied because in his notes he said, how could you? What was the date of that?
The how could you part?
Yeah, the how could, was that?
This one? November 23rd.
November 23rd. Okay. He got this on November 23rd somehow. And then he writes back, of course, there's no trouble at all. I'd be happy to discuss the details of our offer over the phone. And then on October 25th, she writes, I'm so glad we were able to come to an agreement. Nick and I just need a few weeks to put our affairs in order, and then we should be ready to finalize the deal. Thank you for your patience. I'll be in touch soon. Mrs. Webster said, I appreciate the big decisions like this take time. Hope to hear from you soon and finalizing the offer. And then that was on November 8th. And then lastly on November 23rd, I apologize for reaching out to you directly. I understand you're a busy man, but since I haven't heard back from your wife about our latest offer, I thought I'd try you instead. I can share we're highly motivated to acquire your property if there are any aspects of our offer. So it sounds like she went behind his back to sell the property. So that's probably what that note is in reference to. How could you?
Okay.
Last will and testament. Nicholas Daniel Webster, pursuant of Title 29 probate. Who's Nicholas?
Nick.
Is that guy? Okay.
Nick Webster.
Yeah, okay. I'm getting tired. Okay. Being sound mind under duress of any kind, fully aware. Blah, 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 blah. Last will and testament of Nick. Just gonna. So he bequeaths the remainder of my estate to the following beneficiaries: to Joan Campbell of Perdition, really, by way of apology for the trouble she has suffered because of me. I'll leave the amount of $5,000 in support of the Save Devil's Well Foundation. Should she fail to survive me for any reason, this amount shall be donated to the Perdition Animal Rescue Society in the name of Vinegar Tom the cat. I've always felt terrible that the driver who killed your Tom was leaving Old Scratch, and I don't blame you for holding a grudge. So the reason why the crazy lady has leaving fires and Vinegar Tom, a patron from his bar, killed the cat, and the old lady blames the owner of the bar. That's their beef.
Yeah.
But again, we've already established
We
that
did.
she has an alibi.
It's crazy because like she's a beneficiary, so she has a motive, but
Yeah, but she has an alibi.
yeah. I know.
For Donna Goddard, in recognition of her years of loyal patronage, I provide that she shall receive free drinks at Old Scratch Tavern for the period of her natural life for as long as the bar remains in business, whichever is longest. Should she fail to survive me, it is not transferable to any other individual. You supported me from the very start, and I want you to know you'll always be welcome at Old Scratch. Doesn't seem like she has any motive for killing him. To Carmen Maria Roja, and thanks to her steadfast service and honest friendship, I'll leave the remainder of my estate, including Old Scratch Tavern and all associate assets, the balance of my retirement account, and the payout of my life insurance policy.
Ooh, for Carmen.
Should she fail to survive me or refuse, I then devise mine beneath my request to be stated of her sister, Christina Elena Rojas. It's the least I can do for you, kiddo. You're the best damn bartender in Indiana. I can't leave the bar in better hands. I have intentionally, and not as a result of any mistake, omitted this will to provide for my spouse, Sherry Ann Webster. I know you never cared much for the bar, but I thought at least you still cared for me. I was a fool to think so, but better a fool than a liar, I guess. I, the undersigned Nicholas Daniel Webster, do declare this document, last will and testament, the 3rd day of December. Last will and testament in our presence. Okay. So, this was December 3rd, right? Did he make a note on December 3rd? Fire was big. Yep, Nolan and Courtney witnessed for me. Put the papers somewhere safe.
I see.
The papers he's referring to is the last will and testament.
Yeah.
So he found out about something.
Because he thought he was going to die, right?
Well, no. He found out something about Sherry, I think.
Oh.
What was she thinking? Why would she go behind my back like that?
To sell the bar.
Right. Mm-hmm. So I bet you what was she thinking? Why would she go behind my back like that? So he was pissed that, like, the wife behind his back was trying to sell the property.
Yeah.
She claims it was because he was trying to keep him safe.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And he found out about it, I guess, on November 23rd. So he had a last will and testament drafted to omit her from the will.
Yeah, but what would be her motive to kill him?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe... I mean, the will was already signed for. What other notes do we have?
I'm also trying to think what the motive was for Chris, the police officer. Oh, we still have to unravel that code, too.
Yeah. There's another letter here, but it doesn't really... Oh, there's another one of these.
Okay.
407. There's another foldy thingy. I'm trying to do this.
Wait, I already did that, though.
This is a separate letter.
Oh, it's a different... Oh, it is.
This is the letter that was in the deposit box.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that at all. Okay.
I can...
Here, I'll do it.
You do this, please. So, getting back to this, I think what we need to do is try and get the letters for all of this.
Interesting.
Okay. Can you...
I deciphered the ones on the bottom.
Did you...
Or not deciphered it, but I wrote it.
This here?
Yes, all of it.
CPUSPZ...
Mm-hmm. CPUSPZ UIHDBU
dash F. Did you get... What about this side?
Yes, I got that side too.
What?
The first row.
DDOW...
Yep. DDOU. I read that as U.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I'm having a hard time up. Okay, so how do we know the shift?
That I'm still trying. I'm thinking that that dash F is an initial, right? So the problem is that when she said...
Well, I mean, we can possibly just figure out the shift by maybe trying to figure out a common word.
But didn't it say that the shift number amount can just change?
Right. So I'm not exactly sure.
I wonder if this 407 would mean
This is not a zip code.
Hmm?
Purtington, Indiana 474. There should be 2 more digits on here. Could this be some kind of...
A shift pattern? 474?
Yeah, but what does that mean? 474.
This also has it though. Well, it only has 47. It doesn't have a 4 on the end of it.
A zip code has 5 digits, so why only 474? But it's an official stamp, so I can't imagine it would be 474. 48 was admitted. Like here, look, here's the zip. 47448, and this says 474. The 48 was admitted from the stamp.
I wonder if it was just, because look at the stamp. It's only 2 digits. I wonder if it's just faded.
A faded stamp kind of thing?
Maybe.
Okay. Alright, so you said there was a dash F.
Yeah, right here.
Who are the suspects and what are their names? I'm getting a little overwhelmed at this point.
It's okay. Donna Goddard was one of them. It's over there.
Okay.
Sherry Webster.
Any of them start with F?
No, I don't think it's going to be F. I think this is a code.
Oh, right, and we have to figure out... Okay, so unless we figure out... I'm going to put this will over here. I wonder... Chris Thompson. What is this?
I'm going to write down this one real quick.
Interlopers will be banished to the bottom of Devil's Well. How do I know what the code is? Why is there 2 B? There are lines over 2 here. This might be something. TO.
What is that from?
This is a flyer. Interlopers will be banished to the bottom of Devil's Well, but there are lines 2O IBSH.
Where's 2?
A line above T.
Oh.
A line above O. I don't know if it matters. I'm just noting a detail.
Okay.
F H possibly.
TOFH.
TBT.
Let me finish this.
I don't think that's it. I mean 2. F. I wonder if that's just something. What is this now? Meet at Devil's Circle near Devil's Well. Banish unwelcome adversaries. No more greedy developers. Senseless slaughter by drunk drivers. Do not park at Old Scratch Tavern. They are the enemy and you'll be towed. Stone Circle. December 7th, 3:04 at moonset. Meet at the stone. Ritual to banish evil forces. Okay. Why don't we, I'll try and decipher the code without any sort of shift pattern until I can figure out, we might be able to get... But what about this phone number she left? I mean, does this mean anything? 812-202-6104. I wonder if the phone number's listed here. Not that it matters, but 812... No, okay. That code that you have...
Hold on.
Oh, you're still doing it?
The first one is this one here. This is for Chris that one was the one from Chris Thompson.
Alright, I need a pen.
What else? D.
Okay. Pen. I need a notebook. Maybe I don't need a shift code. Maybe I can just figure this out based on common letters and work from there. BPV. A. DDOU. That's the same letter twice. DDOU.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. What word starts with 2, the same letter? Unless
the shift changes.
The shift changes right in between.
That's awful.
Yeah. And if it does, then we need to find somehow.
This one came from... Alright.
Where's the very first... Okay, got it.
This says Chris Thompson, 131 Carmichael Road. USA and always. You think there would be some kind of shift code?
Let me see the
This was
rulebook
addressed to Chris from... Huh?
Let me see the rulebook real quick.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I just want to know where the shift codes are coming from. How do I know a shift code when I see it? Okay, DDOU, ZBJN, UAP.
Pay attention to any numbers and clues about codes you find during your investigation.
Well, the only thing that we kind of saw was this one, where the code repeats. I knew it. The code repeats. What code? Moved front door cam. Maybe I'll finally catch the devil in the act. December 7th, the code repeats. Note in the mailbox. When you're in the cold, when you're cold in the ground, who will be sorry you are gone? These days, I'm not so sure. Still can't crack this code. Note in the mailbox. When you are cold. How many letters are in the when you are cold? 4334. How many? Yeah, that's
There's
not.
4.
There's 4, but no, it's 4423.
4, 4, 2, 3.
I'm just trying to figure out if. Still can't crack this code. The code repeats. I knew it.
This one is -G. So these two are sending messages to each other. I think Chris and Sherry were having an affair.
Yeah. We discovered Chris's first, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we discovered that one later.
Yeah, and then Sherry's later.
Is there a date on this? No. Chris Thompson. So wait a minute. It says -F.
Yeah.
What if that should be like -C as in from Sherry? In which case the shift pattern
It's 3.
is 3. But that means that would be AA MN.
That's why I wrote it here, the alphabet.
Thank you. Yeah, I know. L OOL and then 1 2 3 R. OOLR. That doesn't make any sense.
Where's OOL? Where's O?
Or, I'm sorry, AA and then O would be L. O, yeah, AAL
R.
AALR doesn't make any sense. So I don't think if this was from Sherry, then the shift is more complicated than just 3 backward.
Damn. See this. Honda.
Whatever came of this picture?
This one?
What's this? Why did they take a picture of this? What is this picture?
I don't know.
Oh, the picture of the matches.
Oh.
These matches. Or the matchbook.
Yeah, so that phone number has to mean something, right? Let me see the phone number.
It's 81 something.
Okay. I wonder if that's a shift. Although that would be Donna's.
Right. And Donna. But Donna, he pulled Donna over at 3 something.
Yeah.
For a broken taillight. Where did this picture get taken and why? Did we determine that?
Mm-mm.
Like we discovered this one, she went out, yeah, this was the crazy lady's house.
Mm-hmm.
This, she took a picture that was in the car of, this was in the car of the police officer, the Toyota. Okay. But then this matches this, and there's the matchbook. So what was she trying to tell him? Eight 812-202-6104. Is he trying to say that? Was she trying to say that the killer was the deputy? But See, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense because, like, according to the report, he died around... This is supposedly easy.
I know.
We're missing some link here. I just don't know. Okay. 3:33 a.m. And the traffic stop at 3:31, which was 2 minutes before. Traffic stop, Silver Lincoln, taillights out. CR 66 and Eagleton Road. Warning. It takes... So, and this was taken, you know, 2 minutes later. So I doubt the cop would have been able to, or... So it sounded like it was the wife. Right?
Maybe. I'm really curious to know the letters, though. But
Because I mean, even though I don't like this deputy,
he wouldn't have been able to do that.
How can he do that? And the traffic stop is a matter of record. There was this.
Yeah.
3:31 a.m. time issued. Lincoln, four-door, silver. Yep, Eagleton Road, violation, taillights out. Badge 33. Chris. Sheriff's office. Okay. So, at the time this picture was taken, when did the fire start? Oh no, she was in the woods, wasn't she? The fire started that night, December 7th.
It started in November, didn't it?
Yeah, but there was a fire.
8th.
I remember there being some kind of fire, and then he...
November 8th. Oh, no.
Right. I meant the night of the murder.
Oh, okay.
I could have sworn there was another... Yeah, because she had burned the cat or something, right?
Who? The Joan? Or are you talking about Cheryl?
Joan.
Joan, on the 7th, burned a fox. Right?
I guess.
She made me put the fox on the ground by their mailbox, and then she covered it with the ashes from the fire, yelled for Vinegar Tom, whatever that means.
Right, that's what I was referring to. So, what time was that?
4:40. Actually, I don't know. It doesn't. It says the time that she wrote it, but it doesn't say. She said that she went there last night. So the day before, whatever that date is.
We spent... Okay, so... When did this start? Where's the flyer?
Right
Here
over
it
there.
is. 3:04 a.m. So she went there at 3:04 a.m. And we spent 30 or 40 minutes burning herbs and chanting, crashing around. I heard something crashing around in the underbrush. I wonder if that was... I guess it was just an animal or whatever. Then she hands me this shovel and tells me to start walking. Instead, she made me pick up a dead fox off the side of the highway. She made it put on the box of the ground for Vinegar Tom. So that was at around... So she would have been at here for... She would have done this whole 30-40 minute chanting here. And then went here to do the whole fox thing around the time. So I guess my question is, this ritual, did she wear a mask? Protect up? Is she the one in this picture? Was she the one that actually, like, I don't know. I wouldn't think so. I feel like I need a timeline of that night and put it and piece it together. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because this, when was this picture taken and why? The matchbox is right here, and there's a footprint of this shoe. So I don't understand. Why was the deputy out in the woods? What was her alibi? I wonder if he made this up. This traffic stop. Did she...
Well, how would he know that she was driving a Lincoln?
Well, Tuesday. Where's this page? I could have sworn I saw something somewhere. Whenever her house. She said she was having a rough time that night, was preoccupied with some work problems, decided to go for a drive, try and clear my thoughts, but it only got worse from there. When I asked her about the stuff she left at the bar, she got really anxious. We shouldn't talk here, and hustled me out of the house in a hurry. Tried to call her, no answer. Where did this picture come from? Like, when was this taken? And why?
I don't know when it was. Oh, maybe this one when he wrote that he got proof.
Oh, what does it say?
November 19th. Still no footage, but prints. Although, I could have sworn.
I wonder if that is this. Maybe he took a picture of this.
Or this one. I found proof right there in the open.
Can't make it up, but I don't know what it means and what I've done. But I know what it means and what I have to do. Mm-hmm. Fire in the wood at 4. So what was the significance of November 27th? What was November 27th? That was like a week before. I found proof in the open.
I try to count the number of times there were fires to see if that was the code. Because whoever's doing the fires, right?
I don't think the fires are related to the killer. She's the one doing the fires. Yeah. The chanting, and I mean, it sounds like she's the one doing all that, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I know. I was just shooting.
No. That's good. I'm just trying to figure out. 11 p.m. Okay. Okay, so we had a battery change. Apologies. So I'm trying to refresh. Let's just take a step back. She's working on something. I want to take a step back for a moment and figure out alibis. That seems to be the huge lead that we have right now. What we have, first off, we had the lady chanting in the forest. There was the note here that mentioned, not this one, although this one's weird. It talks about Carmichael Road where the deputy lives. Something about a girlfriend shows up at his house at all hours to be as disruptive as possible. She knocked over every single thing in his backyard, letting herself into the house. Then she turned on all the lights, which shine right into my bedroom windows. So essentially someone on... why even have this in here unless it's a red herring or it's in reference to the deputy's house? Because he also lives on Carmichael Road. So I wonder if the deputy had like a girlfriend or something, how that happens. And then, so what was the other note I saw? There was a note... Not this one. There was a note about... These are
his notes?
Yeah, his notes. I was looking for the other paper. Here it is. Good Fences.
Oh.
So this one is saying banishing ceremony. So we know that the crazy lady, Joan, has an alibi because she was burning a fox and creating a fire at the time of the murder. So there's that. And what's weird is that this picture was taken at 3:33 a.m. and this ticket was issued at 3:31. We know that this is the deputy, Chris, and he was writing a ticket to what's her face? The
Deborah Gordon, whatever.
Donna Goddard.
Yeah.
So all three of them have an alibi. That leaves the wife. Part of me thinks she's the wife. This is the killer. However, what concerns me is the height difference. She's 5'7". And according to this picture, here's the thing though. It's possible the camera angle is what may skew this. It looks like this is 6'5'11", but if I were to tilt the camera downward, it might, based on this angle, I do a little photography. Based on the downward angle of this shot, an object may appear taller than it actually is. So this could be someone that is 5'7" or 5'8", as opposed to 5'11", 6 foot. I think the only one that doesn't have an alibi is the wife, right? And that is the fact that there was a will and Nick left her out of it because of what she did and all this other stuff. Like, that tells me that there was some toxic marriage there, even though, I guess at first it was nice and then toxic stuff. And then she started trying to sell property behind his back. I think she was up to something. It's the only clues that I don't have is, she had the opportunity to do it. The motive was because of the property. I assume that she wanted to get the money because he didn't want to sell. He didn't want to sell. She wanted to sell that property. He didn't. So she had the motive, the property money. So she had what was the three things that we required?
For what?
Where's the letter to the agency? Yeah, that one. The things that we need are
it says that in the rule book too. Alibi,
which she doesn't have. Motive, okay, and what was the other one?
The
alibi, motive, and something else.
The way that she did it.
Means.
There you go.
Motive and opportunity.
Means, motive, and opportunity.
Where was she the night? We don't know where she was.
However, his notes said that she was. Hold on, let me see. I remember reading.
Where was she December 7th in the morning?
I don't know, but let me see the other one. The other note. It said that she was at her mother's house or something.
Something about raccoons. I remember that.
Move front door.
Something about a
right here. See at mother's. Thank God. Dead raccoon in the parking lot. So she was at her mother's on the 28th. When did she come back?
It doesn't mean that she was there the entire time.
Yeah, no, I know. But I'm just saying.
Right, I agree.
Is there another thing that says...
Those are... I think the key is going to be in these envelopes. Where are the two envelopes at? Is that one? This is the first one. Where's the one that we've originally found?
It should be over there somewhere. I didn't...
There it is. Yeah. All right, so did we figure out the numbers for...
I did not figure that out. But... I finished the one in the back of this.
What did they say?
It says, when you have excluded the impossible, whatever remains, however improbable...
Must be the truth.
Must be the truth.
Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, is that? Okay.
Yeah. So... 4, 7... All right. It repeats. Mm-hmm. What if the cipher is just a repeating loop of numbers? Right? Hear me out. Let's try...
like 231, 231, 231, like that.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I was thinking either the zip code or the address.
Mm.
This is DDOU. This is from Chris, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's go with DDOU. Let's start with that. And using the cipher 474 listed here, 4 might mean, I guess, 4 ahead.
Or backwards.
Well, you can't go 4 backwards from D, right?
Well, D will turn to A.
That's shift 3, but with a 4...
I would go loop. That's what I was doing
Well,
for this one.
let's do 1, 2, 3, 4 H. H, and then 7 from D. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 K. H, K. That's not it.
Okay.
1, 3, 1. Let's just try 1, 3, 1. D is E. 3 from D is 1, 2, 3. E, G. It doesn't make any sense either. E, G, E. And then what's U? 1, 3, 1, 1, 3, 1. I don't know what that would mean. 1, 2, 3. And then again, U from 1 is V. E, G, E, V. That doesn't make any sense. Why would... Hold on a minute. What if they were these two were talking to each other in the same code?
Yeah, I know.
What if it's the address cipher for this and this is the cipher for this?
That's what I was just doing in my head.
DDOU at 4 from D is 1, 2, 3, 4 H. D O. So that doesn't make any sense either.
That would be HD because it wouldn't move, right?
Right, HD.
And then I try to do it backwards, doing the same thing, and I got ZD. So it doesn't work either.
O from 7 is DDOU. O is 7, unless it's the other way? Is it shift left instead of right?
Could be. I don't know.
Let's go backwards with it. 4 back from D, though. That's
Would
A.
be 1, 2, 3, 4 Z.
That doesn't make... Yeah, it doesn't... I can't imagine it loops like that.
That's how it worked when I was doing hers.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. So let's do Z. And then O is ZD. That doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't.
All right, so 1, 3, 1. C. Let's go backward 1, 3, 1. D, D, O, U.
That would be
1 is C. A. O. That would be N.
N.
So we're going back, shift 1, 3, 1.
Can.
What is this? U?
Yes.
So T-U. Can't. We got it.
1, 3, 1.
Can't.
So
what we have here now is DDOU,
okay.
right?
ZBJW.
All right, so DDOU.
Spells can't.
Can't. And then what's the next set of letters?
ZBJW. So
1 is Y.
Okay.
Well,
3.
this is, here, let's do 1, 3, 1, 1, 3, 1. So this isn't Y.
Yeah, it is. Why wouldn't it be?
Well, it'd be 3 backward, right? Is it 1, 3, 1, 1, 3, 1, 1, 3?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
So what's 3 back from Z? Where's that alphabet thing? 1, 2, 3.
W.
W? Can't.
Wait.
Oh, yeah,
wait.
1, 3, 1. So 1, 3, 1 / 1, 3, 1 / 1, 3. So this is A, and then 1 backward from J, I, J. And then
3 backwards from W is T.
T, wait. Can't wait. What's the next set of letters?
UP.
UP. So that's 1 and then 1 again.
Yeah, that's 2. Can't wait to C. The next one's going to be C.
Wait, okay, so can't wait to see. So VFF. Can't wait to see. This is 1, 3, 1 / 1. Okay, so yeah, 2, and then 3 back from V is S. And then F is E, and then F is E.
Yep.
Can't wait to see.
U, DBU.
D.
No, I'm sorry. BPV. I skipped a whole line.
B, P, V.
Yeah.
And this is 3, 1.
So that's, the B is a Y.
A. Oh, it's a Y because it's going
Yeah.
backwards. Can't wait to see.
P
O,
is a O.
U. Can't wait to see you.
U.
And then what's the next set of letters?
PJOG.
PJOB.
G.
Oh, PG.
PJOG.
PJOB.
G. PJOG.
PJOG.
Yes.
Thank you. PJOG. All right. 1 3 1 break 1 3. Okay, so we're on 3 for P, which is M.
Mm-hmm.
Can't wait to see. It's J is I.
Yes.
Can't wait to see. O1 is N.
N, yes.
Can't wait to see. And then G, 3 backward.
D.
Can't wait to see.
U.
Mind.
Wait to see you, mind.
Okay, next set.
J, G.
J, G.
Mm-hmm.
1 break. 1 from J is I. Can't wait to see you. Mind. If.
If, yep.
And then what's the next set?
L. Just L.
L. 1 3 I.
I, yep.
Mind if I.
Mm-hmm.
What's the next set?
C, P, U.
CPU.
S, P, Z.
SPZ. All right, so 1 3 1 break 1 3 1 break 1 3. Okay, so it's mind if I B.
Okay, B.
P O. 3 it's R. 1 is borrow. Mind if I borrow.
Okay.
And then what's the next set of letters?
U, I, H.
U I H. Okay, so that's 1 3 1 break 1 3. So that's mind. U 1 back from R is R S T S T.
T. Mm-hmm.
1 from I is H. Mind if I borrow the?
Yeah.
And then what's the next set?
D, B, U.
D B U 1 3 1 break 1 3. It's C A R car. Mind if I borrow the car?
Okay.
And what's the next set?
B, H, D.
B H D
J, O.
J O 1. Mind if I, okay, 1 3 1 break 1 3 1 break 1. So A. Mind if I borrow the car? 1 is H G H G G. Again.
Again.
Mind if I borrow the car again?
Ooh.
Question mark. Is that it?
Yes, and then F, which would be
3.
C.
C.
Yeah.
Dash C, that would be, or F. Dash F is actually C.
Yeah.
So Sherry is asking him if she can borrow the car again. Okay. So it's established that
she's a lying bee.
she was having an affair with the deputy.
Yes.
Right?
So one of them's got to be a killer.
But Chris was writing a ticket at the time of the murder.
That's true.
She did it. She was having an affair. Well, let's decode hers now. What's the...
Well, this one is Chris's note to her now, right?
Yes. So Chris is now saying this back.
Yes. Okay.
So
the new number would be 407, wouldn't it?
I would imagine so.
Okay.
So
it was CNF.
All right. CNF.
XI.
TI.
It's a long word, and it's
so
just one word.
407/407/4. So wow, this is going to be a harder note. Does it go forward then?
It looks like it goes backwards because look, the last one is G, right? And G backwards is C.
For Chris.
Yes, and that's 4. So, and that's one of the numbers of the
right.
address.
So if this is 4, C, that would be what, Z?
1, 2, 3, 4. It'd be Y.
Y, okay. And then YN, but that doesn't make any sense.
4, 7. That's true.
What if the code is still 131?
We can try it. But if it...
What's 3 back from N? 1, 2, 3, no.
If it was 131, then the last initial would have been F or D. And D is Donna. Well, that wouldn't make sense.
407.
What if it's just 47?
What's 7 back from N?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. G.
Why G? Doesn't make any sense. What if it's not a letter? Maybe it's like, what if it's a red herring letter? Maybe you skip all the zeros. What's the F? F is 7 back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. C, why C? That doesn't make any sense.
Hold on. 2,
X
4.
backward 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 is T. I. So maybe it's not. Is that 407? We got 131 on this one. So what's the? Doesn't make any sense.
It also says 407 here as well. 407.
What does it start? Oh, but it starts on particular letters though.
Yeah, C N F X I T I.
Oh, I see what you're saying. 407 4.
I'm going forwards and backwards with it, so 2, 4. It would make sense for the C to go backwards because it starts with a Y.
If it went forward with a C, 1, 2, 3, 4 would be G.
G, which is not bad either.
No, but that N though, like that's what's screwing me up. 407.
And it is an N, yeah.
I believe you. I just don't know. Well, wait, this doesn't look like a C.
Which one? The first one?
What if that's an E? Look at the two loops.
Oh, you're
It's an
right.
E, not a C.
That is.
So what if then E? That's A, another.
Oh, I see. Okay, that is an E. That was my bad.
So that would be what, A?
Yes, actually.
So instead of a Y, it's an A.
So,
and then A is N. That makes more sense.
That does. Yes, it does.
But A, N, C, T?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Y. That would be Y. F is Y.
F is Y backward. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And then X.
Any time, maybe? Oh, no.
T. Yeah, X is T. I. And then T.
T, 7 back from any time.
Yep.
Anytime. What's the next set of letters?
W, P, W, H.
W, P, W, H.
Yes.
All right, so that's 407 break 40. So W, 7 back from P.
It would be 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. I.
Anytime 4 back from W.
S.
Anytime
Wish.
Wish. All right, next.
PX.
PX. 7/4. Okay. 7 back from P.
I.
And X. 4 back from X.
1, 2, 3, 4. T.
Wish it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and next set of letters?
W, L, V, E.
W, L, V, E. 407 break 40. So W, 7 back from L.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. E.
Okay, 4 back from V.
1, 2, 3, 4. R.
Were.
Wish
it were. And then next set of letters?
Q, Y, S, A.
Okay. QISA. So that's 7 break 407. So that's S. 7 back from Q.
J.
4 back from Y is what, U?
Yes.
And then 7 back from A is T. Just.
Wow. Wish it were just, and then YS.
YS by itself.
Mm-hmm.
It's break and then 4-0. So 4 back from Y. You?
You, yes.
Just us. Wish it were just us.
Yep, comma.
Comma.
And then DM.
DM.
Hold on. Let me make sure that. Yeah, DMT.
DMT.
O.
O.
This one, I don't know what it is, actually.
Well, how about we just figure out...
Yeah, that's fine, that's fine.
DMTO and then...
DMTO, I don't know what the next one
question
is.
mark.
UA.
UA. We'll figure it out as we work around it.
Yeah, that's fine.
7 break 407 break 407 break. 7 back from D.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. W.
W. 4 back from M.
I.
T. 7 back from O.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
H.
7. H.
With, and then 4 back from something. O is U. 7 back from A is T.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah.
So it's without. So that means 4 ahead of O is what? 1, 2, 3. It's an S. What you're looking at and you can't figure out is an S.
Okay, so what does that spell?
Without.
Without? Okay.
What's the next set of letters?
COBV.
COBV. 407 break 4. 4 back from C.
1, 2, 3, 4. Y.
KYO. 7 back from B.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. U.
U. And then 4 back from V is R.
R. Yeah.
Without your.
OSH.
OSH. So 407 break 4. So that's O, and then 7 back from S.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. L.
OL. And then 4 back from H.
1, 2, 3, 4. D.
Old.
Old.
Without your old. What is the next?
MHR.
MHR. How much you want to say? I think it's manners.
Yeah.
MHR. So 407 break for you. MAN. Don't even need to worry about that one.
You sure?
Well, 4 back from R is N. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I got it.
Yeah, you got it. Okay.
And then next.
IU.
IU. That's it. 407. 7 back from IU is what, N?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, N.
N. Next set of letters.
XHL.
XHL. 407. The X. 4 back from X is T. 7 back from L is E. The.
Yep.
And then
AAF.
AAF. 407. 4 back from A.
W.
Way. F. 7 back from F is W or Y.
Wow. Without your old man in the way.
Yep. Is that it?
Yeah. And a G, which is
G is 4. So that's C.
Yep. See. Wow.
All right. So here's what we know. Based on that very incriminating evidence, the deputy and the wife were having an affair, sharing. However, the deputy was giving a ticket to Donna at the same time that the picture was taken. So I suspect that the killer is the wife.
Okay.
That's what I'm going with.
Okay.
What do you think?
I'm ready.
Should we open this and see what happens?
Hold on. It says.
Don't open until you're sure. Who
Be
knows?
warned. What you do? Make sure you've opened the locked deposit bag and know all the details. Why the killer attacked Nick?
Is there anything else in here?
So it says, make sure you've opened the locked deposit bag and know all the details of how the murder happened, why the killer attacked Nick, and whether the killer could have been at the crime scene at the time of death before you open the solution envelope.
I don't see anything else in here, do you?
No. So why did she attack Nick?
Why did she attack Nick?
Yes.
Because she wanted... she was having an affair with the deputy, first off.
Yeah.
And she knew the bar wouldn't sell. So she attacked him for the money. Because she was going behind his back. And then the husband found out about it. Nick found out about it. And then left her out of the will. I don't know if she had found out about that in time. Probably not.
Whether the killer could have been at the crime scene of the death.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's the only one with an alibi. Out of all four of them.
Without an alibi, you mean?
That's it, yeah, without an alibi. She was the only one without an alibi.
Okay.
Unless we missed something else in this pouch. I think we're ready to go. You ready?
Okay.
Sure. All right. Hello, investigator. Nice work. Thanks to you, Sherry Webster is behind bars, and your client, Carmen, found justice for her friend. I knew you were up to this challenge. You can bet I'll be turning to you for help on future cases, too. Congratulations on your success.
Okay.
So it didn't say anything about our findings. I'm guessing maybe if you go to the website, it'll explain all of our... I mean, I think we got them all.
To check the answers to each individual puzzle, visit... Yeah, okay.
Okay. So what did you think? Did you enjoy this?
It was okay. I liked it. It was okay.
Okay. Anything that you liked or didn't like about it, or?
There's a lot of red herrings. I want to know, like, if there was anything for that note, you know?
Yeah. Was there any code here that I missed? What about this phone number? We got a phone number on here. Did it do anything?
That's my gripe. Like, there's a lot of things that I feel didn't do anything.
I want to call this.
No, don't call it.
I want to call it. I want to see what this is.
Oh my gosh. What if it's just random numbers?
Well, we'll find out. 202. They can't put a real person's number in here.
All right, let's see.
Hi, you've reached Donna Goddard at Who's Your Realtor. I'm currently out of town on business. If you're interested in scheduling a showing for a commercial or residential property, please leave a message and I'll be happy to set something up when I get back from Indianapolis.
That's a clue. That was a clue.
That is kind of awesome.
Yeah, that was...
That they bothered to set up a voicemail for this number.
I like that. I want more of that. So, yeah, it says it right here. She's a real estate. She was in Indianapolis.
Oh,
that is so
interesting.
cool.
All right. Interesting.
I want more of that interactive stuff. That was
so
cool.
One thing I just noticed, I was thinking this too. The boot matches his boot from the car, but she borrowed the car.
Yeah.
So she used his boots when performing the crime. Do you understand what happened there?
So she borrowed the car and his boots?
Yeah, because his boots were in the car. So to cover up her own boots and muddy footprint, she borrowed his car, used his boots, right? And like was kind of pinning it on him, I guess. So this was meant to incriminate
Chris,
the deputy.
Yeah.
But we found out that she borrowed the car.
Yeah.
So she could have grabbed the boots from the back and used those instead.
Damn. She's rude.
Yeah, she did. Yeah. Wow. I enjoyed this.
What's your...
I think it's not easy. This was about 2 hours of work, I think, to figure this out. The box says 45 to 90 minutes. We spent about 2 hours, which I guess is okay. So yeah.
That 114 though, that really messed me up.
I guess we should have looked at this 407. I think that was the clue on the cipher, and we just missed it.
I meant the lockbox thing.
Oh,
the 114.
114. I still think it's November. What 4 means?
The last digit of the lock, maybe.
Yeah, but I don't know what that 4 represented. Maybe the year that they met.
Where's that thing? The nice solid handle.
What solid handle?
The one that said the Webster's 2004 at the bottom.
It's under here somewhere.
Yeah. So I'm thinking this, right?
Maybe.
The last digit of the year.
Maybe.
That's what I was going.
I don't know what the Webster's has to do with this. The Webster's is the name of I guess before it was sold.
Well, the Websters, Cheryl Webster and Nick Webster.
Oh, I didn't put that together. But I thought they bought the property in 2005, not 2004.
Yeah, but maybe they got married in 2004.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Okay, so that's where the 4 comes from.
Okay, all
right. I didn't put together that their last name was Webster. I thought they were the former owners of the bar they bought it from, or something. I don't know why my brain was going there. So it was November 2004.
Yeah, that's what I figured because I couldn't see a 4 anywhere else. But why the year was only one digit, like, was confusing.
Yeah,
but...
that's weird.
Mm.
So.
Okay.
All right, well, there you go, folks. A full playthrough. Hunt a Killer Mystery Death at the Dive Bar. Keep in mind, this is just one of the possible games that you can buy with this particular series, this being a more easier game. There are other ones out there, should you be interested. If you guys haven't already, subscribe to me on Twitch and YouTube. That way you can stay up to date with any new content I'm going to publish. This is Vincent Ida Lee. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you all next time.
Bye, guys.